Welcome. This is Coach Herbert. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast, and thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much for leaving comments, and thank you very much for those who inbox me for questions. What you do is very good, and you really keep me energized. In this podcast, basically, we are looking at how to raise a good and respectful son. Remember, we're talking about the boy child. I hope you get it right. Are you getting me? You get it well, you find it well. Talking about the boy child. Are you getting me? Remember, the boy child has to be mentored. At the end of the day, we need him to be the father. We need him to be the head of the family. So, how do we raise a good and respectful son? Now, let's get started. Boys are a handful. What do I mean? They are active, mischievous, and sometimes downright destructive. Are you getting me? Boys, I'm talking about boys. I have this experience. I've been raising boys and I'm still raising boys and I know what it means. Are you getting me? But they are also wonderful, charming, and full of life. I'm talking about boys. As a parent of boys, or as a parent of a boy child, you know that raising them can be both a challenge and a joy. Are you getting me? Raising a boy child can be both a challenge and a joy. You can be joyful. Getting me? You can find challenges, but sometimes joyful. Getting me? So, how do we raise good and respective sons? 1. Try to encourage positive communication. Teach your son how to express his emotions in a healthy way. Model positive communication yourself and discourage put downs. Discourage name calling or other negative speech. We are saying please encourage positive communication if you really want to raise a good and respectable son. Number 2, set limits and enforce consequences. Are you getting me? Boys, let me tell you, boys need boundaries to feel safe and secure. They need boundaries. So, be consistent with setting limits and enforcing consequences for bad behavior. Whenever there's bad behavior, please ensure that you enforce consequences, because this will help your son learn self-control and understand what is expected of him. Hope we are moving on well. I'm Coach Herbert, a boys mentor. If you have boys, please you can invite me and I talk to them. We share. Are you getting me? Don't die in your own movie with your boys. We are here to help you. Number 3, model respect. I repeat, model respect. Treat your son with respect and teach him to treat others with respect as well. Are you getting me? Talking about respect. Show him how to show empathy and compassion towards others, even if they don't share the same interests or views. Respect. You're getting me? Then, next, encourage connection. What do you mean by this? As mentioned above, boys are typically less verbal than girls. If you have been following my podcasts, I mentioned this, that boys are typically less verbal than girls. Getting me? But that doesn't mean they don't have feelings or emotions. They just express them differently. Are you following? So, encourage your son to communicate with you by talking about his day, his hobbies, or anything else on his mind, and ask if you can get involved with something he is doing, or you can invite him to participate in something you are doing. Getting me? So those are just in this podcast, basically very short podcast. We've been talking about the issue of how to raise a good and respectful son. God bless you. I'm Coach Herbert. Keep your dreams alive.